Hi, and welcome. In the last section, we visited some best practices which would help us in the long run when using Python. In this section, we're going to look at how to make Python command line programs and some features that make such programs easier and more useful. In this video, we're going to look at how to create an entry point for code execution in a package and see how to run the package as a program. In previous videos, we've run command line tools like doctest and venv by typing in Python -m followed by the name of the tool we wanted to run. What were we actually asking Python to do when we did that? The -m command line switch for Python tells it to run a module. It uses the same mechanism to find the module that it would if we'd used an import statement with the module's name, and then it executes it. But venv isn't a module, it's a package. So what's happening when we do Python -m venv? We gave Python a package name, but we didn't give it a module name inside the package that it should run. When that happens, Python looks for a module named __main __ in the package and runs that. So, Python -m venv means the same thing as Python -m venv __main __. Any module that's meant to contain a program's entry point has a problem, because simply importing the module will run the code too. That could be annoying or troublesome at the best of times, but it becomes unacceptable when we're using tools such as Sphinx or doctest that need to import modules in order to do their jobs, but which really shouldn't actually run the module code as a program. Fortunately, there's an easy fix because the Python interpreter itself knows which module it was told to start running and marks it as such. All modules are automatically given a variable called __main name __, which contains the module's name except the program entry point. The program entry point is always given the name __main __, even if its file name is something entirely different. So we could check whether our code was the program entry point by checking if ___ equals name ___ equals ___ main __. If it does, we should run the program. If it doesn't, we were imported normally as code and should not run the program as main code. This even distinguishes between importing a package's __main __, module and running it, because when we import it, the name variable contains package name __main __, not just __main __. In the videos in this section, we're going to work through the process of building a complete utility program called Pipeline. Pipeline will be a text mode program that can be configured to run a sequence of other programs and feed data from each program into the next. In each video, we'll apply what we've talked about to developing Pipeline further. So far, we've talked about in this section is how to make the program able to be run from Python -m, but we've seen in previous sections how to create a virtual environment to work in, and how to create a package, and how to lay out the code in the package's modules for readability. So let's put those lessons to use. Create a folder within the virtual environment to be the package and call it Pipeline. Inside the package folder, place an __init __.py file, which can be empty, and a __main __.py file. For now, the contents of the __main __.py file can be very simple. Just a docstring for the module, a function that should be called if the module is the program entry point, and the if statement that decides whether or not to call the launch function. The launch function doesn't have a docstring, which is allowed because it's marked as non-public by having an underscore as the first letter of its name. The launch function also doesn't do anything interesting yet. It just uses the print function to tell us that it was successfully executed. Let's run it so we can see for ourselves. Open a command line, go to the virtual environment where we created the package, and activate the virtual environment. Then type Python -m pipeline. We should see the message print out, and then the program will end. Excellent! In this video, we've seen how to add a program entry point to a package, making the package executable as a program via the Python-m command line switch. In the next video, we'll look at how to easily handle reading data from our program's command line arguments.